A witness to Johnny Depp's rebuttal was allowed to testify despite calling Amber Heard jealous and crazy in a tweet posted during the couple's defamation trial. Mr. Depp's team called on Tuesday Morgan Knight, who worked at the Hicksville trailer park, which Ms. Heard, Mr. Depp and their friends visited in May 2013. During that trip, Ms. Heard claims Mr. Depp vandalized her caravan before conducting a void search on her. Before Mr. Knight took the witness stand, Judge Penny Askerit sent the jury out to be questioned about what he had seen of the trial, before being told he would be a witness. Mr. Knight said a friend of his texted about 5 weeks ago that Hicksville was mentioned in court, and he watched a short clip online. He was contacted by Mr. Depp's lawyers and says the mentioned description of the night at the Hicksville trailer park was not how he remembered the incident and that the night was not particularly notable. Mr. Knight said he scanned Twitter for mentions and replied to a tweet about the events surrounding the fire pit. "It never happened. I was with them all night. Amber was the one acting jealous and crazy," he replied. Mr. Depp's lawyers contacted him on May 3 after being provided with his details by others who worked there at the time. Following his initial remarks in the booth on Tuesday, Ms. Heard's lawyers moved that he be barred from testifying before the jury. This offer was declined. On the witness stand, Mr. Knight told the jury that he first met Mr. Depp in the 1990s at the famous Viper Room nightclub on the Sunset Strip in Los Angeles. It is the place where River Phoenix died outside in 1993. He testified that they were with a group of 10 to 12 guests during Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard's trip to Hicksville and that Ms. Heard was upset when her husband spoke to one of his colleagues who was interested in music. Mr. Knight then said that during a one-on-one call he had with Mr. Depp, Ms. Heard came over and said to her husband, "I want to speak to you." He said, "She seemed really upset about something. She started yelling at him. And I didn't want to hear it. Honestly, it was very triggering because I was in an emotionally abusive relationship before." And he added, he kind of crouched and seemed almost scared. "It was really weird to see because he was obviously older than her. I just went back inside." He testified that after the argument he noticed that Mr. Depp's behavior had changed. He got very quiet and was just more stubborn. At the beginning of the night he was much more outgoing. And as the night went on he was less, he said. There was laughter in the courtroom when Mr. Knight was asked by Ms. Heard's lawyer Elaine Bredhoft if he was a big fan of Mr. Depp. "I'm not, to be honest," he replied. The defamation trial between Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard began on Monday, April 11, in Fairfax, Virginia, following Mr. Depp's lawsuit against his ex-wife in March 2019. Depp argues that she defamed him in a comment published in December 2018. The Washington Post entitled, "I spoke out against sexual violence and faced the wrath of our culture. That needs to change."